Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So I welcome you all to day 18 of 21 days Śrīmad Bhāgavatam reading challenge. And the speaker for today is His Grace Rishi Kumar Prabhuji. So Prabhuji is not joined yet. He will be joining in just 5 more minutes. So before Prabhuji joins, I would like to again remind you all about the kind help which I mentioned yesterday, that we need the testimonial videos of you all, the review videos of you all. So if you all kindly be merciful upon us, please share a 1 minute video, a 30-second video, 45-second video, whatever you feel comfortable in. Please share that video in which where you are expressing your experience of this 21 days Srimad Bhagavatam reading challenge. If it has helped you in any way, or if you would like to inspire others, because those testimonial videos would actually help others to know about this platform, and would inspire them to join the future classes and take the association of the sadhu sangha. So I would request everyone to kindly share the testimonial videos. And also, as Vedavarsity is completely contribution based, it is completely and solely depends on the donation which the devotee so mercifully makes. So if you all feel inspired enough to and willing to donate, you can donate on the Vedavarsity link, which I'll be sharing with you all in the WhatsApp group as well after the class. And once you make the donation, you can always send the screenshot to me on my personal number. Thank you, Hare Krishna. Now we'll be just waiting for Prabhuji to join. And also, I would request your devotees that when the speaker joins, you all kindly switch on your videos, because then the whole class becomes more personal. As there are 100 devotees and 150 devotees joining, but only few only switch on their camera, so it does not feel that personal, the class. So kindly switch on your videos and let us see your beautiful faces too. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So, His Grace Rishi Kumar Prabhuji has graciously joined our session. So, before we begin, I would like to give a quick introduction about Prabhuji. So, Prabhuji has done his MBA by education, and Prabhuji has been serving in ISKCON for more than 25 years. And Prabhuji has done countless number of services, such as serving as the chairman of Northern India Divisional Council of ISKCON. He has also been the trustee of Annamrita Foundation, which serves midday meal to 20 lakhs children daily. And Prabhuji is a very senior disciple of His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. And through his lectures, Prabhuji makes us understand the study of scriptures in a very easy and accessible manner. So, Prabhuji, it is our fortune that you have decided to join us and give us this session. You can take over from here, Prabhuji.
You unmuted me only now. I couldn't unmute myself. This is English or Hindi?
English, Prabhuji.
Okay, good. So one second. This your introduction of mine seems to be like some 15 years old.
Very sorry, Prabhuji. We'll update it now.
You have checked with me.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुर्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमामि विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीनिधये कृष्णविद्यामृते नाम्ने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणि प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवापि पाश्चात्य देशधारणे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते गौरचंद्राय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं दैवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेष्वभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवति उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घायते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरम्। Hare Krishna, welcome you all to this Srimad Bhagavatam reading challenge or study challenge. Although our sampradaya is not about challenge, Srila Rupa Goswami told the person who came to challenge him that, okay, you win. But still, anything that is used in Krishna service is pure. So even if you want to take it as a challenge, that I want to please Krishna, it's a very good challenge to take up. One of the compilations of Srila Prabhupada's conversations and lectures is called the Hare Krishna Challenge. So this is similar to that. So today we'll be discussing from the prayers of Kaliya. Isn't that the topic?
Yes, Prabhuji, that is the topic.
Okay. So this appears in the 16th chapter of the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, which is called the Samam Bonam, which is the essence of Srimad Bhagavatam, essence of the essence. Bhagavatam is Nirma Kalpataror Galitam Phala. In that, the rasa is fundamentally the 10th canto. So, in the 16th chapter of the 10th canto, Krishna chastises the serpent Kaliya. So, this Kaliya was a serpent who was one of the early serpents, like Kashyapa, and had two wives, Vinata and Kadru, and one of them was Vinata's sons were Aruna and Garuda, and Kadru's sons were the serpents. One of the early serpents was Kaliya. Kaliya cheated on some commitment. I won't get into the details. And so he was perennially eyed by Garuda. And so he took shelter of this lake in Yamuna, because that was a place where Shaubari Muni was meditating, and when Garudaji was trying to take his quota of fish from the lake, Shaubari Muni, who had become so attached to these fish, cursed Garuda, and therefore Garuda couldn't come to that part of the lake. Therefore, Kaliya took shelter of that part of the lake. And in this chapter, we see how Krishna chastises Kaliya. Kaliya's wives, the Nagapatnis, they offer prayers to Krishna, and then later on Kaliya himself repents and presents his prayers. So, Kaliya's poison was so powerful that even the birds that were flying above the river Yamuna would fall down because of the poisonous fumes. And obviously, cows or anyone who would drink water from the lake would perish. So it was seen that Krishna had to actually act. So normally when the Brajavasis are in trouble, they approach Krishna. They have less anxiety about the problem. Krishna has the anxiety. Krishna takes the anxiety for them. So when he came to know about these problems with the Yamuna waters, Krishna decided to restore the purity of Yamuna's waters. He climbed on the Kadamba tree, and just like a wrestler, just like that, he did all that, and he tied his waistcloth just like a wrestler would. Then he climbed onto the Kadamba tree, and he jumped onto the water. So it was almost like the water came out, and he started sporting in the water like a maddened elephant, and Kaliya got crazy. And it said that he went up to Krishna and bit him on the chest. Now, please remember, we are saying, some people have this saying that some hunter called Jara fired an arrow with some poison tip, which touched Krishna's lotus feet, and therefore that was his death. Now, this is a boy who's is under 10 years old and is bit on the chest by a poisonous serpent whose fumes could even kill a bird flying in the sky. So we can see, therefore, is there any logic or merit in these kind of nonsensical speculations that are aired by people? Jayavardhan Mataji, what is the conclusion time?
Prabhuji, till 7:45, and after 7:45 we can take questions for 15 minutes.
7:45. Okay. Started at 7:18. So I don't know what to do.
You can Prabhuji, increase the time if you want.
As a punishment for you getting my introduction wrong. No,
Okay,
I'm just,
Prabhuji.
whatever is your rule, it just I'll follow. If it's 7:45, I'll close by 7:45.
It's fine, Prabhuji. You can go till 8, but after 8 we'll
No.
take the
I
questions.
started at 7. Instead, I should have started at 7. I started at 7:18. It's my mistake, not yours. So I'll conclude by 7:45. So that's fine. So basically, we see how that Krishna sported in the waters of the Yamuna just like a maddened elephant. And it so happened that Kaliya had encoiled him And the news traveled to Mother Yashoda and Nanda Baba, and all of them came there. So they even thought that Balram did not go that day because it was his birthday or something. So when they came there, they saw that he was enwrapped in the coils of the black snake, Kalia. So they felt that Shunya Idam Jagat Sarvam Govinda Virahedame, just like that. They felt the whole worlds were empty. But Balram said, don't worry, I know. He knew the power of Krishna. So when Krishna saw that, I mean, he was enjoying the game. He was enjoying the fight. When he saw that the Brajavasis were getting upset, they were disturbed, friends and relatives were perplexed, he started expanding his body greatly. And then, so Kalia started to loosen his grip, and then he released him. So then the Lord started dancing on Kalia's hoods. So he had 1,000 hoods. That is what is mentioned. Kalia had 1,000 hoods. And by his, the word used was boisterous dancing by Prabhupada. Prabhupada mentions like this, and Krishna trampled upon Kalia's hoods, and he was starting to vomit blood from his many mouths. Finally, he understood that Kalia understood that he was a primeval personality. So it's mentioned in Shastra that there were two rishis called Ashwashira and Devashira, and one of them had gone to meditate in the mountains, and the other person had started taking his he started using his hermitage for meditation. So so when this person came to know of it, just one second. Yeah. Ashwashira and Vedashira were the two kings, and two sages, and Vedashira started he started behaving in a very, very envious manner. So because of this, Ashwashira cursed him to become a serpent, and this Vedashira who became a serpent was Kalia, and he became one of the early serpents at the dawn of time, so to say. And Krishna started dancing on his 1,000 hoods, and it was like a it was the Acharyas say that Krishna was saying as if Taya, Taka. He was simply giving those jatis as he was dancing, those dance beats. He was giving himself those dance beats when he was dancing. And as per the Harivamsha, this particular lake was almost 8 miles long. That is one yojana. So it was on the southern part of Yamuna. Otherwise, this would have troubled so many more people. So it is mentioned here that Krishna, the word used is Krishna Kadambam Adiruhya Tatoti Tungam 10:16:6. Shloka says Krishna Kadambam Adiruhya Tatoti Tungam Aspotya Gadharasano Nyapatat Vishwade. So he tightened his belt, he slapped his arms, and then he jumped into the poisonous water. So the Kadamba was the only tree that was not affected, because they say that when Garuda was carrying the nectar, it had fallen on that. Alternately, it is Garuda sat on it, apparently drinking some nectar. But it is said that this Kadamba tree, therefore, it lived with the hope of being blessed by Krishna stepping on it. And yes, it got that special benediction from the Lord. So when Krishna jumped into the water of of Yamuna, it created huge waves. You know how long it is? 400 hands high. That is what Shastra says, Vishnu Thakur says. That's it was flooding all the directions. They were reddish yellow, kashaya, something like a different variation of the color I'm wearing, because of the poison of agitated snakes. Snakes meaning it was not just Kalia, there were others also. It's not he was alone. It is also thick portion, kashaya, let's say kashaya vastram, saffron. Kashaya also is a portion, like they call it a decoction. You can make a decoction of medicines. Generally, they do that. So then it is mentioned here that Tasya kride vikharado bhujadanda gurna varghoshamanga varavarana vikramasya 10:16:8 describes Krishna as Varana Vikramasya. Varana is elephant. He was like a lordly elephant. He was swirling his mighty arms and he was making the water respond in certain ways. So Kali understood that somebody was trespassing and then he came. So when he was wearing Pitambara, he was having the Srivat Sachinna, he had Kaustuba Mani, and his feet were really like the whorl of a lotus flower. So he was playing fearlessly in the water. And the fact is, Kalia was so envious that though he could see Krishna was such an attractive personality, wonderfully beautiful, he furiously bit him. Sandasya marmasu rusha bhujaya chada. So he wrapped him in his coils and beat him. So Krishna was very beautiful and Kalia was very ugly. That's the general understanding. So it is mentioned here, Dukkhan Shoka Vayamodha Diyoni Petuhu 10:16:10. It is said that all the Brajavasis, they seemed like they had lost their intelligence and they, out of fear, they fell on the ground. So everybody was crying piteously to Krishna. Krandamana Sudukkitaha. Out of sadness, they were crying. Krishne Nastyeekshana Bhitaruddhantye Ivatastire. They were standing, they were, it is mentioned that they were still, almost like they were frozen, as they say. And they were ready to cry, but they were too shocked. Sometimes when you're shocked, you can cry. It's like that, like in denial. So then they say that many fearful omens happened in Vrindavan. So anyway, those we won't get into details because of the shortness of time. So because of that, Nanda Maharaj and others, they rushed out of the Gokul village. They thought Krishna was in danger. Nidhanam matva, he had died. They actually thought, but how can God die? Nidhana also means a great treasure. Nidhana. So this is what Acharya says. So Krishna had obtained the treasure of a joyful sport in Yamuna. He had a good fun. So the Brajavasis were very, very affectionate. So they were just like a cow is attached to the calf. The Brajavasis were attached to Krishna. And they had fear and extreme sadness, grief. So they rushed out of Gokula in great anxiety. Balarama, he is smiling. He said nothing. It's mentioned that Bhagavan Madhavo Balaha Tam Stata Kataran Viksha Bhagavan Madhavo Balaha Prahasya Kinchin Novacha Prabhavajno Anujasyasa. He knows the Prabhava, the prowess of his younger brother. So Balarama was just smiling. Prahasya. He smiled slightly, Kinchin, Prahasya Kinchin. He knows the extraordinary power of his younger brother. Madhava means the master. Dhava means master of intelligence also. Madhava is called as Lakshmi's husband. That is why Madhava. But Balaram here is called Madhava. He is the Lord of intelligence. So he knew Prabhavajna. He knew the strength of Krishna. Prabhavajna. He knew the prowess or the strength of his younger brother, of Krishna's Leela Shakti, which can do anything. And so Balaram, he had great affection for Krishna, his younger brother. Therefore, Balaram, he prevented Nanda and others from drowning themselves into the water. Don't enter the Yamuna. Don't worry. Balaram was actually laughing, Prahasya, because he thought, this is very interesting. Acharyas say that, who is Balaram? Balaram is originally Shesha. He was thinking that Krishna never plays with me, I am a Shesha. But now he's playing with a common mundane snake named Kalia. It's so funny. He's not playing with me, Shesha, but he's playing with me, with this simple mundane snake called Kalia. Like that he was thinking. So anyway, everybody rushed there. They followed the calf's hoof prints and Krishna's lotus feet. There are various chinnas, various symbols on Krishna's feet. They followed by that. They reached the banks of Yamuna. So the gopis felt that it is mentioned Shunyam Priya Vyatikhritam Tadrustrilokam. They felt that the three worlds have become empty. The gopis 10, 16, 20 it says that. Ta Krishna Mataram Apatyam Anupravishtam Tulya Vyatasam Anugrahesu Chasran Sravayanta Tasta Vraja Priya Katha Akadayanta Asan Krishna Naner Pitadrisho Mritaka Pratikaha. So they were like Mritaka Pratika. They look like corpses. All the gopis, Yashoda, all the elderly gopis. They thought that the flood of tears, they just could not, and they had to forcibly hold back Yashoda because her consciousness was completely absorbed in Krishna. So they talk about the distress of the gopis in Madhurya Bhava. They talk about the distress of the gopis in Vatsalya Bhava. So Yashoda tried to jump into the Yamuna, but the gopis forcibly stopped her. So then they started reciting stories of Krishna's Brajalila. Brajapriya is Krishna's Brajapriya. And so then they became like Mritaka Pratikaha. They became like dead bodies. So then Balaram saw that Nand Maharaj and other cowherd men, their whole life was dedicated to Krishna. They were about to enter the Yamuna, going after Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So Balaram actually knew Krishna's power. It mentions that Pratyasedhat sa Bhagavan Rama Krishna Anubhavavit. Krishna Anubhavavit, he really knew by experience who is Krishna. Balaram physically held Nanda and others to keep them from jumping into the river. He said, Gargacharya, our guru, our family guru, he said that you will be saved from all obstacles by this sun. So don't worry. Don't you think Krishna will save you from this danger also? Just be patient. If you all jump into the river and drown, then who will maintain and raise Krishna when he comes back? It's a very interesting thought. Krishna is God, so he cannot lose. But if you die, then Krishna, who will bring up Krishna? Doesn't mean that Krishna cannot grow by himself. It means that you will miss your service opportunity to Krishna. You cannot bring up Krishna. You lose that opportunity. So also, Gargamuni also told you, please take care of this boy. So anyway, finally, like we said, Kalia released Krishna, and then it said he had bifurcated tongues. Tam Jikvaya Dvishikaya, 25th sloka says, Jikvaya Dvishikaya, Parile Leli Hanam, Dve Srikvani Khyati Karala Vishagni Drishtim. He was like poisonous fire. His glance was like that, so scary. So Krishna was playfully circling around him, just like Garuda would play with the snakes. So it's mentioned that Kridan Namam Parisasara Yata Khagendro. Khagendra means Garuda. Khaga means bird. Indra means king. So king of the birds, Garuda. He was playing with Kalia like Garuda. And Babrahma Sopi Avasaram Prasamiksha Manaha. He was looking for an opportunity to bite the Lord. That is what Kalia was trying to do. So Krishna constantly moved in the opposite direction as Kalia was doing. So then Krishna mounted on his serpentine heads. So with one hand, Krishna was able to push down Kalia's raised head. because he was circling and circling and circling. So the head had become tired. So with that, then he climbed onto Kaliya's massive heads and began to dance. So it's mentioned that Krishna's head became red like copper from touching the very jewels on Kaliya's head. Kaliya's head had many jewels. So just like it's mentioned that uh, expert dancer dances on, like there are dances in South India, Kuchipudi and all that. They dance on plates, and there are some other dances where they can balance many plates and do all that. So it's mentioned Kala Adi Guru is mentioned here. Kala Adi Guru Nanartha. He danced because he's the original dancer. Barhapitam Natavara he says, and it is mentioned that the young Vrajavadus, they were actually falling in love with Krishna because it was just starting. That feeling towards Krishna was just starting. So then everybody watched from the top. Gandharva, Siddha, Charanas, everybody was watching. And sorry. So he had 101 chief heads out of 1,000 heads. He had 101 chief heads. So one of them would not bow down, then Krishna would just step forcibly on it. It would be like punishment. He would suddenly punish them with his feet. So blood started flowing. And just as one head would rise, Krishna would immediately dance on it and force it on it, like blows on his head. Like, when you dance, it's like, like that, whatever. So Gandharvas and others, they worshipped Krishna by showering flowers. And then basically Krishna subdued Kaliya for the benefit of everyone. So actually, when his wife, the Nagapatnis, they pray to Krishna also, it will be coming. The Bhakti Bija, Bhakti Lata Bija, like it is said, because of Sadhu Sangha, because of his wonderful wives, he had some kind of Sukruti which he got. They were exalted devotees of Krishna. But because Kaliya had very, very cruel behavior, in previous aparadas, especially to Vrajavasis, it was not easy. But by Krishna's purifying touch on his hoods, Kaliya's offense was neutralized. And gradually, bhakti began to sprout in his heart. So Kaliya remembered, it's mentioned here that Smritva Charachara Gurum Purusham Puranam in the verse number 30. Charachara Gurum. He remembered that, and he said that Narayanam Tam Aranam Manasa Jagama. So he handled Garuda, and that also he is not able to do. But he is fighting with an opponent who is thousands of times stronger than Garuda. So therefore, this person must be the Supreme Lord. That's how he concluded. So, this person whom my wives had described for so long as approachable by bhakti, so he has taken the position of Guru. He has kept his lotus feet on my head. Kaliya was thinking like this, Acharyas are saying. And he has made me realize by his extraordinary Shakti, Ila Shakti, and his power, that he's made me understand what a fool I am and how he is God. So now, Aranam Tam, I will take shelter of him, he says. And of course, Kaliya's wives also prayed. I'm not getting into those prayers. I am getting directly into Kaliya's prayers to conclude. Just It's a long prayer by the Nagapatnis. I'll skip that and go straight into Kaliya's prayers. Mentioned here that Aparada Sakrit Bhartra Shodavya Swaprajagritaha Shantumarhasi Shanta Atman Mudha Satam Ajanataha. So please forgive the offense of this mischievous child, just like an offense committed by the child. A master should forgive that. It should tolerate. And you are a supreme peaceful soul. You are everyone. So therefore, please forgive our foolish husband. Mudasya tvam ajanataha. He doesn't understand who you are. So please tolerate. So technically, they're asking him twice, but addressing Krishna as Shanta, who is peaceful, because that is the cause of forgiveness. And basically, Krishna, what he has done is he has identified Kaliya's disease. He has diagnosed it and he has cured it. He has removed the last trace of the disease of pride. So Krishna is saying, Acharyas are saying, I'm going to stomp on the head of Kaliya maybe 7 or 8 times more. Please allow me to stomp. So Nagapatni are saying that then he may die. He's just about to leave his body. If you actually think more mercy should be there required for him to be purified. So he says, okay, you die, what is the use? It's a snake's body, let him die, what's the problem? So he says, we are beautiful women. If we become widows, then we will end up enjoying with another sinful snake. Now, Kaliya is a Vaishnava. So he has become an object of our affection. So basically, the Supreme Personality of God had released Kaliya because of that. His heads were battered, he was completely unconscious. So he gradually raised his head and then he folded his hands, Kritanjali. And then he could not bow down to the ground before Krishna because his whole body was in pain. And so Kaliya Vacha, he says, because I'm a snake, Tamasa Dirghamanyavaha, I am angry, constantly angry and in ignorance because I am a snake. I'm very envious. It's not easy for people to give up their conditioned nature. Swabhavo dustyajo natha lokanam yad asad graha, 56th verse. So somebody identifies with the conditioned nature or swabhava. So they don't know what is real and what is unreal. So then he says various prayers. He finally, one of the prayers he says is that Vayam cha tatra bhagavan sarpa jati urumanyavaha Katham tejamas twan mayam dustyajam mohita swayam. So by your yoga maya, it's very difficult to give up. How can we give it up on our own? Because serpents are by nature always angry. We serpents are the most angry of all the time. So Krishna says, by nature I am angry. So how can I Kaliya is saying, by nature, I'm an angry person. How can I possibly give up this insurmountable Maya on your own? So since Bhavan hi Karanam Tatra, you are the cause of the universe, Sarvajno Jagadishwaraha, you're all-knowing and the Lord of everyone, Anugraham Nigraham va Manyasya Tat Videhina. So please, whatever you think is correct, Anugraham or Nigraham, you want to give me mercy or punishment, Marobi Rakobi Joy Chatomar. So you are the cause of freedom from Maya. So Joy Chatomar, whatever you think, you please give me. So then Krishna punished him in the sense that you go to Ramanaka Island, which is Fiji, modern day Fiji. You go back to the ocean there. You can go with your family and wives and all that. And so they let this river be enjoyed by cows and humans. So to punish the powerful Kaliya, even Brahma or Shiva would have been difficult. But just in Karya Manusha, it said, Bhagavan Karya Manushaha, Shukdev Goswami says. He just took a human form. He did not employ his conch. Na atra steyam toya sarpa samudram yahimachiram swajnati apatya dharadhyo go nripir bhujyate nadi. So Krishna told Kaliya, just leave with your family. So it is mentioned here, the word used is Karya Manushaha. Karya Manushaha means Bhagavan Karya Manushaha. He took a human form. It also means he took a human form to enjoy sweet leelas, sweet pastimes. And the another meaning is Karya Manusha could mean Brahman taking the form of human. Or Karya Manusha can mean that the Lord Krishna who performs various activities among human beings. So he said, you go back to the ocean, Krishna told Kaliya, so that then these cowherds and cows, they can benefit from the clean waters of Yamuna. So this is a very interesting prayer for all of you. 10:16:61. Ya etat samsmaren martya tubhyam madanushyasanam kirtayan ubhayo sandhyo nayushmat bhayamapnuyat. This is the Shrutifal. If a mortal being attentively listens or remembers my command to you, Krishna is telling Kaliya to leave Vrindavan and go to the ocean. Kirtayan Ubhayo Sandhyor, sunrise and sunset. If the story is narrated by anyone, by such a person, he will never be afraid of Kaliya. Or obviously Kaliya is a great snake, so he will not be afraid of any snake. So Kaliya himself is saying, I got punished by your lotus feet. As long as the sun and the moon are there, jab tak suraj chand rahega, as they say in Hindi, this fame should remain. So Krishna says, you will no longer have fear of snakes. So this is like a mantra to ward off snake bites. Of course, Acharya say that in Rig Veda there are other mantras also. Yamuna kradehi soyato yo narayana vahanaha yadi kalika dantasya yadi kakalikat bhayam janma bhumi paritrato virviso yati kalikaha. So Kaliya becomes completely harmless because of Krishna, who protects Vrajabhumi. And Krishna says that one takes bath and one bathes in this place of my Leela. He offers water of this lake to the demigods. Devadim tarpayet jalahi, offer water to these people. He's sure to become free from sinful reaction. So now he sends him to Ramanaka Island, which is modern day Fiji. And because Krishna's footprints are on the head of Kaliya, Garuda will no longer harm him. So you don't have to fear Garuda. So that is how it is. So then Krishna joined Kaliya joined his wives and worshipped Krishna with great joy and awe and reverence. So he gave many things, very rich. He's a rich snake. He had a lot of jewels and all that. It's a very interesting point Acharya has mentioned here, that it's a very nice point, because Kaliya said, I will apply sandalwood pulp because poison from my fangs has burned your body. So Krishna said, no, it's going to take time. I don't have the time. So Kaliya said, then you please sit down. So Kaliya and his wife, they applied sandalwood on his body, and they got mercy from Krishna, like the Acharyas say. So the Kaustuba money, which was adorning Krishna's neck since childbirth, was lost in Kaliya's coils during all that fight. So create some excitement, some rasa of fight. So then quietly Krishna ensured that the Kaustuba entered Kaliya's treasury. So then Nagapatnis did not know it was Krishna's own Kaustuba. and they offered the Kaustubha gem to Krishna as a gift, thinking that it was one of their own jewels. So Krishna is Garuda Dwaja, so he placed his lotus hand on Kaliya's head and he removed all his pain. So now I am the servant of my elder brother Garuda. So if by chance Garuda doesn't come to carry you, please remember me as your personal carrier. I'm the servant of your servant. In a blink of an eye, I will come here. So different kalpas, when Kamsa asked Krishna to come from Mathura for the wrestling match, later on Krishna goes to fight with Krishna, Kamsa and kill him and all that. Acharya says that sometimes in some different millennia, when the same pastime happens, Krishna goes to that wrestling match on the head of Kaliya. He goes on the head of Kaliya and goes for the wrestling match. So Krida Manusha Rupinaha. So always Krishna manifests a human-like form for his enacting his leelas or pastimes. And by Krishna's touch, Yamuna became free of Kaliya, his poison, and all kinds of other things. And it became filled with nectar, really. And we must remember that cruelty, envy, and many such bad qualities go away by studying this pastime, according to Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Because the demons of Vrindavan Leela, they represent various anarthas. So Kaliya represents some of these envy, puffed up pride, and also cruelty. So all these bad qualities in our hearts will go away if we study this pastime. Hare Krishna. So you told me 7:45 or 8. You gave me the option and I took it. Sorry, I finished at 8. Anybody has
No,
questions,
Prabhuji,
they
we
can tell.
actually enjoyed. Yes, Prabhuji, we actually enjoyed your class a lot. We could actually visualize the details of the whole Kaliya Leela. Now, Prabhuji, there are some questions in the chat box. If it is fine by you, I can read them out to you. Is it okay?
Yeah.
Yes, Prabhuji. So the first question is, what was the purpose of dancing on the hoods of Kaliya? Because if Krishna wanted, he could have just killed Kaliya at one go. Just by his glance, he could have vanished Kaliya's sins. So what was the purpose of
So Krishna achieves many things in one stroke. Krishna also wants to give joy to everyone. So everybody is already perplexed by seeing Krishna in the coils of Kaliya. But dancing on the coils of Kaliya is also giving pleasure to the Vrajavasis. Whatever Krishna does is for the pleasure of his devotees, Paritrana Sadhuna. And by dancing on his hoods, Kaliya gets the blessing of Krishna's footprints. You don't just climb on his footprints. Krishna, whatever he does is beautiful. Katha Ganam Natyam Gamanam Api. In the spiritual world, every step you take is a dance. That's for those who are liberated souls. So imagine what will be Krishna's walk. So everything Krishna does is like that. He speaks, it's like a song. He walks, it's like a dance. So it's natural for him that if he has to put his lotus feet on Kaliya's head, that will also be a beautiful way of doing it. And the beautiful way he chose was this: it's his Leela Shakti. He wants to enjoy himself and he also wants to give pleasure to the Vrajavasis. And he also wants to put his lotus feet on his head to protect him from Garuda and to bless him. Is that fine?
Yes, Praji. Praji, the next question is, when our family has different beliefs, like in my family, they follow different religions. How can I do chanting without knowing them, and how to make them believe in Krishna?
To help people come to Krishna consciousness, first your own behavior should be Krishna conscious. People should see the value of you having come into Krishna consciousness. Then they will take to the process. Our behavior should be exemplary and inspirational to others so that they take to the process. Otherwise, nobody will feel inspired to take up the process. If I am chanting Hare Krishna mantra and I'm disrespectful to my parents, I'm shouting at them, I'm fighting with them, then they will never get inspired. Family will get inspired not by philosophy. Family will get inspired by Vyavahara, by etiquette, Shishtachara, by Maryada, how we respect them. That's the way family will get inspired. So the first thing to do is with family, don't just try to give philosophy and Hare Krishna and all that. If you know how to cook, make some excellent prasadam and feed them. Offer it to Krishna from the heart and give them some excellent prasadam. Keep giving them Mahaprasadam. Keep giving them prasadam and very good behavior. And find time to. Do you think all the boys who want to smoke or drink, they do it with the family's permission? They do it chup chup ke, na? So you, like people take a sutta break in office, you take a japa break in office. And for some time it will be nice to protect yourself, so they need not get to see you in a very fanatical way engaging in devotion service. Do it quietly as a closet devotee if it's very difficult at home. Otherwise, another angle is to find out a way if you can live with devotees. If it's a Prabhu, you can live with other Prabhus. I don't know, in some places the provision for young girls staying together, that option also exists. I don't know if it is there in India now, but these are options that you can have for devotee association so that you can continue in bhakti unfettered. But at the same time, if you're at home, you should not discourage the family or insult them or humiliate them in any way, because Jiva Prad also is there, not just Vaishnava Prad. You never know, some of them may become devotees in future. So therefore, we should not take a risk. We should just be respectful. Amanina manadena. Be respectful to family. And by our patience and our own humility and tolerance, others will get attracted to Krishna consciousness. So that's the way to deal with family. And you can make senior Vaishnavas who are established in Krishna consciousness to speak to your family rather than do it yourself, because you are what? कल तक निक्कर पहन के घूम रहा था मेरे सामने, आज philosophy बोल रहा है, is what they'll say. He was walking around in his knickers and now he's espousing philosophy to me. So like that. Is that fine?
Yes, Prabhuji. The next, Prabhuji, there are two more questions. Do you
No,
have
go ahead.
time for this?
No problem. I
Yes.
started late. I will go exactly another 12 minutes. I started at 7:18. I'll go till 8:18.
Okay, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, the next question is, could you tell us more about the past life of Kalia? As you told Prabhuji, there were two sages known as
Yeah, there were two sages,
Ashwashira and
Vedashira and Ashwashira. Vedashira was a rishi whose hermitage was there. He was meditating there. For some time, he went off to meditate in Himalayas or other places. And during that time, Ashwashira came and he started using his hermitage and praying. So when Vedashira came back, he was so furious that how dare he use my hermitage? And he was so furious, he was angry, he was almost hissing like a snake. So when this, it's like you're hissing like a snake, so you become a snake. He was cursed. And thus he became Kaliya. This is the story that is given in Puranas. Harivamsa Purana.
Yes, Prabhuji. The last question, Prabhuji, is why does Krishna have to kill demons? He is Lord of everything. Why must even his Vraja Leela be action filled? Must we understand the absolute truth to be a man of action?
These are all various ways for Krishna to attract jivas to him. Some jivas get attracted by certain leelas. Some other jivas get attracted by certain other leelas. Like even if you watch a movie, some people watch romantic movies, some people watch tragic movies, some people watch stunts, action movies, some people watch horror movies. People have various habits. So Srila Prabhupada says that Krishna's pastimes are like spiritual television. So he is performing these pastimes to attract us to his spiritual world, attract the conditioned souls to his spiritual world. So different types of souls get attracted to different facets of Krishna's personality. Like you had different rasas, Shantam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Vatsalyam, Madhuryam. You mentioned here itself, right? You saw how the elderly gopis were feeling and how the young gopis were feeling. Like it is mentioned how when Krishna entered the wrestling match in Kamsa's place, Different people saw him as different thing. The wrestlers saw him as death personified. The elderly Gopas saw that it was, they saw him with a lot of affection. So did the elderly Gopis. The young Gopis were getting increasingly attracted to his beautiful form. Those who are Brajavasis, they felt that he's our friend. So different people looked at Krishna in different ways. So similarly, different people have different ways of connecting to Krishna. And so Krishna acts with them reciprocates with them in that same way. Etamam prapatyante. Accordingly, Krishna reciprocates. So how this conditioned soul can be attracted to my spiritual realm is the way Krishna sees. So some souls will be attracted by seeing this pastime. Some people will be attracted by seeing other kind of pastimes, as we discussed. At the same time, the demons, the Krishna's chastisement of the demons is also his mercy on them. So they are chastised in a certain way to be merciful to them. Normally, he can cast them off permanently into eternal nescience. Shipam Yajashram Vigunan is what Krishna says. He's permanently casting them into the ocean of material existence. Yet he is so merciful that by killing them, he provides even them liberation. So those who are envious of Krishna, he kills them and gives them liberation. It is his choice, his swarat. If I ask your name and you say, my name is Sunil, I say, no, why is your name Sunil? It should be Anil. Well, my parents gave me that name. So similarly, it's Krishna's desire. He desires that he reciprocate with an individual soul's desire to connect to me, that is Krishna, in a particular way. Accordingly, he performs that pastime. And millions of universes is performing different pastimes. So this is one way of connecting some people to him, and by attracting them based on these pastimes, some of which are in Veera Rasa, which are in the mode of chivalry. So many of those people who are in that rasa, they will get attracted to Krishna by seeing this particular Leela, which is killing the demons. And Srila Prabhupada says that Rasa Leela and killing the demons Leela are both equally the same. Why are we attracted to only a certain particular type of Leela? Every Leela that Krishna performs is different, and all of them are equally attractive. So the reason he performs it this way is to Vinachaya Dushkritam. This is part of that Leela. This is Vinachaya Dushkritam. Therefore, he has to do it. This is a way to establish Dharma. Somebody violates Dharma, then he has to be chastised. He has to be purified. That is Krishna's mercy. It is for the purification of that particular jiva because he's committed offenses. How will you purify that jiva? There has to be some kind of punishment. But when Krishna punishes, it's directly mercy. It's not punishment anymore. So this is a special mercy on the demons that he is clearing them like this. And while killing them, it's such a boring job. Some people say it's not Krishna who's killing, but it's Vasudeva incarnation. So it's just so boring. So might as well, there'll be some variety. So every time there is some Leela. He fights as my Guru Maharaj, Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj used to say that, like in movies, the hero is fighting and it looks like he's losing, and then suddenly he fights and pushes the villain off the mountain and kills him or something like that. So it's just like Varahadev's incarnation. He was playing with Hiranyaksha till Sandhya. Brahma got worried. You kill him right away, he said. And then to remove anxiety from the devotees, he killed Varahadev, killed Hiranyaksha. So the point is that each person has a different way to connect to Krishna. Each person will be differently delivered by Krishna. And it is Krishna's special mercy on these demons that he kills them because it gives them Sayuja Mukti. It allows them to merge in his Brahman form at least. It's a very, very special mercy on these people. Is that okay?
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for such a fantastic session, Prabhuji. Devotees, we would like to end the session by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra as a token for gratitude to Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. His Grace Rishi Kumar Prabhuji ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki